The battle between Gemini co-founder Cameron Winklevoss and Barry Silbert, the chief executive officer of Digital Currency Group, took a new turn on Tuesday when Winklevoss posted yet another open letter on Twitter. This time, Winklevoss directly addressed his letter directly to the board of DCG and, among other things, called for the removal of his former business associate from his position as the chief executive of the venture capital company. In our previous video on the topic, we discussed the content of Winklevoss' first open letter addressed to Silbert. In the letter, Winklevoss revealed that Genesis, one of DCG's wholly owned subsidiaries, had withheld $900 million in funds belonging to the 340,000 participants of Gemini Earn program. Genesis stopped withdrawals in November following the FTX collapse. It has also reduced its workforce by around 50% and, according to reports from the Wall Street Journal, is considering filing for bankruptcy after failing to raise its $500 million bailout target. In his January 2 letter to Silbert, Winklevoss mentioned that the DCG chief executive was frustrating all efforts to get him and DCG to take responsibility for the money owed to creditors of Genesis. He gave Silbert until January 8 to commit to a resolution, but the DCG chief executive failed to respond to his ultimatum. Instead, he reiterated that DCG was not responsible for Genesis loans. After waiting for 2 days, Winklevoss penned another open letter, this time asking the DCG board to remove Silbert from his position as chief executive. Winklevoss also accused Silbert of downplaying the extent of Genesis' financial difficulties to the public and employees of Winklevoss cryptocurrency exchange. In a new letter published Tuesday also on Twitter, Winklevoss accused Silbert of repeatedly misrepresenting Genesis' financial position publicly as well as to Gemini employees. Here are some statements from Winklevoss' letter. I'm writing to let you know that Gemini and more than 340,000 Earn users have been defrauded by Genesis Global Capital, together with its parent company, Digital Currency Group, its founder and CEO Barry Silbert, and other key personnel. These parties conspired to make false statements and misrepresentations to Gemini, Earn users, other lenders, and the public at large about the solvency and financial health of Genesis. They did so in an effort to mislead lenders into believing that DCG had absorbed losses that Genesis incurred from the Three Arrows Capital collapse and induced lenders to continue making loans to Genesis. By lying, they hoped to buy time to dig themselves out of the hole they created. Winklevoss continued by accusing Silbert of incorrectly handling the situation with Three Arrows Capital, lying to the public to cover his inefficiency, and by so doing, perpetrating an accounting fraud. Here is the concluding paragraph from Winklevoss' letter to the DCG board. For all the reasons mentioned above, there is no path forward as long as Barry Silbert remains the chief executive of DCG. He has proven himself unfit to run DCG and unwilling and unable to find a resolution with creditors that is both fair and reasonable. As a result, Gemini, acting on behalf of 340,000 Earn users, requests that the board remove Barry Silbert as chief executive, effective immediately, and install a new chief executive who will right the wrongs that are called under Barry's watch. Winklevoss received a response from DCG under his tweet. The response reads, "This is another desperate and unconstructive publicity stunt from Cameron Winklevoss to deflect blame from himself and Gemini, who are solely responsible for operating Gemini Earn and marketing the program to its customers. We are preserving all legal remedies in response to these malicious, fake, and defamatory attacks. DCG will continue to engage in productive dialogue with Genesis and its creditors with the goal of arriving at a solution that works for all parties." In a separate update to users, Gemini announced and terminated its master loan agreement with Genesis and, by extension, its Earn program. However, the exchange noted that ending the agreement between the two crypto firms will not stop its efforts to recover what Genesis and DCG owe to existing Earn users. Though it's been almost 2 months since Genesis suspended withdrawals, a spokesperson said the company was disappointed in Gemini public media campaign despite ongoing productive private dialogue between the two parties. According to the emailed statement, Genesis needs additional time to resolve the complex process and arrive at a solution. In his own letter to DCG shareholders, Silbert highlighted the important work he and DCG have pioneered in the cryptocurrency space over the past 10 years. From investing in over 200 crypto companies and building the first publicly quoted Bitcoin fund, the largest asset manager in the space, and the #1 Bitcoin mining pool in the world, Silbert noted that he is incredibly proud of his and DCG's role in the space. He also blamed the contagion and collapses of the past year for the recent challenges with DCG and its subsidiaries. A part of his letter reads, "This past year has been the most difficult of my life, both personally and professionally. Bad actors and repeated blow-ups have wreaked havoc on our industry, with ripple effects extending far and wide. Although DCG, our subsidiaries, and many of our portfolio companies are not immune to the effects of the present turmoil, it has been challenging to have my integrity and good intentions questioned after spending a decade pouring everything into this company and the space with an unrelenting focus to doing things the right way. Silbert's letter also includes a question and answer part, where he again reiterated that DCG's subsidiaries are standalone companies with independent management teams and operational protocols. The billionaire noted that DCG and its subsidiaries do not commingle funds as all of his wholly owned subsidiaries, like Genesis, maintain their bank accounts, securities accounts, and crypto accounts. Silbert also denied having any personal relationship with former FTX chief executive Sam Bankman-Fried or any executive of Three Arrow Capital. What are your thoughts on the new direction in the dispute between these former business partners? And how do you think the dispute would impact earned customers trying to regain their funds from Genesis? Please drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. IRA allow you to save for retirement in a tax-advantaged way for greater financial security with lots of tax advantages. But most IRA offer the same boring stocks and bonds. Introducing iTrust Capital, the #1 crypto IRA platform in America. iTrust Capital allows cryptocurrency investors like you to enjoy all the exciting benefits of tax-advantaged retirement accounts. It combines the traditional IRA with the new, exciting world of cryptocurrencies. Why should you use iTrust Capital? It is the best crypto retirement platform in America, with some of the lowest fees of any cryptocurrency IRA platform. It gives investors adequate exposure to some of the top cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, and Polkadot. You can buy and sell all your favorite crypto assets while enjoying amazing tax-free gains. It is adequately secured by Coinbase custody with a $320 million insurance to protect against theft. You can easily roll over an existing retirement account or begin a new one when you register on iTrust Capital. iTrust Capital is the trusted crypto IRA for many American investors who love the crypto industry. To join the millions of Americans who use the platform, please click on the link in the description box below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more regular updates on cryptocurrencies and other digital assets. Thanks for watching.